Hi guys. Yeah, I've just recently pulled some of these things from the loft. Basically, I've had some of these things since I was a kid, going ranging from 1983 onwards. Some of them you've recognised. Obviously, if you're a Star Wars fan, you'll know what a lot of these things are if you actually look at them very carefully. Now, as you know, so we all know. Let's just start with this Millennium Falcon. As anybody knows me, I've recently weathered it and touched it up with things to make it look more up to date, or well, not up to date, but basically weather it and everything, make it look more dirty, and got parts to restore it to make it look better. So as you can see, so that's there. And the thing, I managed to get the battery side of it working, so that's pretty good. This is my AT-AT. Yeah, everything. The battery still works, although it's missing a bulb. I'm getting that PR2 bulb, try and see if I can restore it. May get a couple of ATAT drivers and an ATAT commander as well to fill it up and everything. Now everybody knows this. Anybody that's from the 80s knows this. This was the Rebel Transport. Now, as you can see, the Rebel Transport. This was one of the probably most versatile, large vehicles that you could actually get, just literally because of what it has, what it can do, and what it was capable of, because it had so many features for a toy around that range, and it didn't use batteries or anything like that. But basically, even that's the case, it's sort of like didn't use batteries or anything, but it had an escape hatch and all various little bits and bobs for a reasonable price. So this was a very popular Star Wars toy. Then I've got the Slave One here with the original Boba Fett. He's in there as well. Yeah, and it also comes with the classic Han Solo in carbonite as well, which is like, if you look at my vintage collection I've got in the corner there, I've got two Stormtroopers catching the more modernised version. But here I've got the original one here. Yeah, and I've also got a very uninteresting character. I don't know why, but I've got him as well, but I've got a Lobot as well. So there you are. So I've got him in there as well, and I've got them. I wasn't too sure with those Stormtroopers. I actually had some Stormtroopers in there as well, which I put into the seat of the AT-AT at the moment. Then I've got the, everybody knows the AT-ST, the Scout Walker and everything, so I've got him there, so that's pretty good. And then I've also got the B-Wing and the TIE Interceptor. Now these two, unfortunately, it looks like there's been a bit of corrosion in the batteries. Their batteries were taken out, but there's corrosion that has piled up in them, so they don't make the sounds they normally do. Now, I may go on to YouTube and take a look, because there's some good tips on how to actually basically dismantle them and sort them out and fix them. I don't know exactly what's wrong fully with the B-Wing. I have checked it. It does definitely take 2 AA batteries, but the thing is inside it may be a bit of corrosion, so I'll probably try and get that sorted out. Otherwise, all the other features work on it. And as for the TIE Interceptor there, I've got to show you something with this one, because it's what I like about this. This was the first ever Star Wars action figure I ever bought, and this was a TIE Fighter pilot back in 1982, before I got my Millennium Falcon. This was the very first action figure I'd ever actually bought, you know, sort of like back in 1982, you know, and he's still there, still smells good, and still in pristine condition. I've lost his pistol, but, you know, what more fitting than to put him in the TIE Interceptor? You know, as you can see, he's not really accurate at all, but a TIE Fighter pilot's a TIE Fighter pilot, and this is actually quite a popular figure. A lot of people seem to have this one, but it's the very first anything that I had relating to Star Wars action figures. It was the first one I ever actually got, you know, so that's pretty cool. After all this time, still got him. So, you know, so he's one of the more precious ones, you know. As you see, I've modernised the Falcon. Anybody that's seen the Falcon, I've sort of like added new features to it, like giving it a more modernised looking engine that looks pretty good there and everything. And I've done the inside. It's like to show people again, because I'm quite proud of what I actually did in there, actually, sort of like, and I've given it like a more updated part of the cardboard bit, because to make it look good. And I've also done it to the front with Solo and Chewie. If I take them out, I can actually show you that I've even given them the passenger seats in the back as well. So, you know, so I was able to do that, so I'm quite proud of that as well, you know. So I'm quite happy with all that, really. Best thing is that I am proud that the AT-AT still works, so I can't really find fault with that, the fact that the AT-AT still actually works. So that's pretty good. So I'm going to look at that. I'm going to try and bring that over, and then I can show you what I mean by that. sure these things used to be heavier before. I've got 2 Stormtroopers in there now at the moment, but then press it. Got the pistons working. Sometimes we have problems. I find the connections were a little bit weak. The only thing that's missing is just the bulbs. So basically I'm just going to get the bulb to make it shine up, a PR2 bulb, and I can get that on eBay. So it's not a problem. So I'm very, very happy after all these years. It's still, you know, moving around and working and messing around and stuff like that. I can't go wrong. But the connections are still a little bit weak. That's in there. So sometimes it goes a little bit funny, but you can't go wrong with it and everything. So that's pretty nifty. I'm just very happy that I've got a lot of these things and that they're still working and in good condition. Basically, I mean, if the price is right, I'm actually thinking about selling some of these things, basically, just because I've got a lack of room. So, you know, so if anybody is actually interested and does want some of these things, just let me know, and maybe we can come to a reasonable agreement and see what we can basically do there, you know. So otherwise, so that's my vintage set. I'm keeping this. We'll probably keep this because I got this only on eBay recently. But other than that, you know, there's my vintage set. See you later.